Hi.
Hey Cam, how you doing? My name's JD Isles. I'm the owner of Lincoln Sign Company here in Lincoln, New Hampshire. And what I'm going to do today is kind of take you through the second half of this carving project that we're working on for Harman's cheese. Last time what I did was I basically showed you what we were going to do to this piece to make it happen. And here is the piece 95% of the way there. So what we did here was, this is a material called Better Wood, high density urethane, and it's a terrific carving material. It's the best carving material there is for signs. What we did is we have a computer controlled router, and we had the router rough out a lot of these shapes to cut down on some of our work. But then what I had to do is I had to go in by hand, I had to carve the cheese down, I had to make the apples look like apples, and I had to knock down the edge of the carving board here. And the thing I'm really excited about is I did this type of textured background. To be quite honest, I very rarely do backgrounds like this. But I like this so much, I think I'm going to be doing this more and more because it takes time, but the end result is really worth it. And anytime you can add any kind of texture, any kind of visual interest to a sign, it's a good thing. Alright, so what I'm doing here now is I'm kind of doing some fine tuning. Finishing up the carving, and the last thing I'm going to do then is I am going to sand the edges, and then we will be ready for the next step on this project. Any questions, Cam?
So, where in New Hampshire is the cheese place?
Harman's Cheese is located up near Franconia, New Hampshire, in a small town called Sugar Hill. And Harman's Cheese is actually extremely well known. They've been in business over 100 years, and they are extremely well known for their cheddar cheese. And we were extremely flattered that they called and were interested in having us do their sign.
You see, I always got confused with them and then the apples. I thought they sold apples.
Nope, no apples. They don't sell apples, although apples are an excellent complement to cheddar cheese.
Obviously, because you have the apples.
As is also wine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So what else?
What are you doing next? I know you.
Next, after this is sanded and after this is ready to go, what will happen is we will put a primer on this, which is just basically a white paint, but it's primer. It's a white paint that gets us ready for the paint. We'll hit this with a primer, and then we will hand this off to our detail painter, Michelle Moore, and she will spend time making this three-dimensional carving look more like real cheese, real apples, real cheese knife, real breadboard. Then after this is painted, what we'll do is we will take it over to our sign and we will glue this into the right spot on the sign. And by that time, hopefully the lettering on that will be done, and we'll be just about finished with the project.
Good. So, you're trying to make this look old, right? Like it's been there for years, sort of?
I'm not sure. Yes and no. Traditional is more the way I think about it. We could definitely take a sign and make it look old. It's called distressing. What you would do is you would take a sign and you would paint it perfectly and make it look like it's brand new. Then you would start painting it to make it look like it's dirty. You know, you can hit it with chains, you can hit it with hammers to kind of give it a little, you know, like love marks. And a lot of times you do that to make a sign look like it's been there forever. That's really not our object here. What we want to do is we want to give them a very, very traditional New England sign kind of look, where we have a carved sign, which always looks very, very traditional, very, very typical of the area. And what we're doing is we're putting a lot of time and a lot of love into the signs that we make. And I really think that shows in the end product, but more importantly, it shows that a business cares about themselves. It shows that they're very established, and it shows they're very passionate about what they do. Hopefully that gets communicated in the signs.
All I can see is just like, what is it, Harlem cheese or something?
Harman's cheese.
Harman's, yeah.
Oops, stop.
Whoa, freaky face.
So one of the interesting things about working at a sign company is that we never just have one project going on. Usually we have 5, 6, 10 projects all going at once, and usually they're fairly big, and it makes it kind of interesting just shuffling stuff around so that we can work. This is one of the projects we're working on right now. This sign is done. This is the sign for Pirates Cove in Wears Beach. They were nice enough to call us and ask us to redo their signs for this year. So very, very shortly, Lee and I are going to be going out into the field to install.
Where is the beach?
Wears Beach? Wears Beach is down in Laconia, in the Meredith Lakes District, where Bike Week is every year.
Ew. So, is this any different from the other sign that they made?
It's actually very similar. Pirates Cove has been there for years and years and years. And actually this is very, very similar to what they had before. They just needed it updated, and they wanted a new version. So we were happy to provide them with that.
Oh, now I see. This, where the Pirates Cove is, that's a scroll. Oh, I thought it was just some kind of mountain thing.
Correct. And
That's
if you
weird.
slowly pan over there, you can see the Adventure Golf. Those are going to go underneath the Pirates Cove. So it's going to say Pirates Cove Adventure Golf.
Oh.
And we do a lot of stuff for tourism. Of course, is a huge business up here, and we do a lot of stuff for the local tourist attractions. If you come over here, we have a whole line of signs for the Hobo Railroad and the railroad down at Wears Beach. And
Where's the beach?
they're based out of here at Lincoln. And all we were doing with these, some of these signs are 8 or 10 years old. All we were doing is changing prices on these for this year.
That's upside down.
All right. Well, listen. I want to thank you guys for visiting us today, and we will see you next time.
Woo woo. Hopefully.
This is our computer-controlled router. This is one way that we do a lot of our carving. We do some of it by hand, but we also have this machine do a lot of it. And this piece is actually part of the Pirates Cove sign that's going at Wears Beach. So here's the bottom of it right here, and if you come over here, I don't know if you can see it because it's not lit very well over here. This is the pirate face for this half of the sign.
Oh, I see. See, there's the eye patch and the teeth. And, oh, yeah. Oh, earring.